All right. Let's get into this. This is purely to enjoy the story because it's fucking amazing. All right. Daddy's really late. I even got a message from the guild saying he'd be home today, too. Hey, Peter, what's up? Yeah, it's been a week. 2 weeks, actually. Yeah, good to see you as well, man. And Shara's gone traveling around the kingdom on some kind of training. I'm doing alright, man. How you been? I'm so bored. Maybe I'll just practice my staff a bit before dinner. Hey, I'm home! Daddy! Sorry to keep you waiting, Estelle. Did you take good care of the house while I was away? Of course I did. Did you run into any trouble, Daddy? You didn't get hurt fighting the bad monsters, did you? Nope, I'm as fit as a fiddle. That reminds me, though, I brought you a present. Really? What kind of present? A new fishing pole? Sneakers? Something for my training? Maybe I raised you wrong, Estelle. Aren't little girls supposed to like clothes and jewelry? I like pretty clothes, but they just get dirty. And jewelry breaks and you go play outside with it on. Anyway, Daddy, what's with the big blanket? Is that my present? Oh, you're a sharp one. Now, why don't you come have a look? Oh, I hope it gets easier. I know what you mean, though. It is rough. What? Well, here you are. Quite a handsome boy, don't you think? What? Why is my present a boy? Don't make such a fuss or you'll wake him up. Wake him up? You mean he's still alive? Looks kinda dead if you ask me. I treated his wound, so he should be in stable condition. In the meantime, however, we'll need to let him rest. I'll put him to bed, so if you wouldn't mind heating a kettle of water on the stove, I appreciate it. Okay. Is it exam week or just a lot of busyness? He sure sleeps soundly. And he almost looks the same age as me. This is the first time I've ever seen black hair like that too. He certainly does have a nice head of dark hair. And a pair of amber eyes go with it. You don't have to stay awake for me. That's nice and all, but how about you come clean and fess up? Fess up? Okay. Alright, that's fair then. At least I'm not keeping you up too late. Yeah, who is this kid anyway? And why is he hurt? Why did you bring him to our house? Is he an illegitimate child or something? Did you betray mommy? Where have you been picking up these kinds of words? No doubt from Sherazade, I assume. Yeah, I feel that. That's brutal. Yep, that's right. For heaven's sake, that girl's gonna get me into trouble one of these days with all her nonsense. You mean brace your business? Something like that. Oh, look. Huh? He's waking up. Sorry, Peter, just give me a quick moment. There we go. So yeah, lots of assignments and an exam, which is just rough. Wow, his eyes really are the color of amber. Where am I? So you're awake now, are you? Welcome to my humble home. You'll be safe here, so please just try to rest. What are you trying to pull? Huh? You must be out of your mind. Why? Why didn't you just leave me there to die? Why? Now that's a question I don't know how to answer. Does things just worked out that way work for you? Don't toy with me, Cassius Bright. Do you have any idea what you're getting yourself involved in? Hey! You are sure shouting a lot for someone who's supposed to be hurt. Running your mouth like that is just gonna make it longer for your body to heal. And just who are you supposed to be? I am Estelle. Estelle Bright. She's my daughter. Don't you remember me telling you that I have a daughter your age? Now that you mention it... Wait a minute. Don't try and change the sub. Bounce, bounce. Ow! Quit yelling! Alright already. But you jumping on me like that isn't going to make it healing faster either. I don't hear you yelling again, do I? Look, jumping on me like that is just going to make things worse. Do I hear yelling? Never mind. Just forget it. As a word of advice, it would be wise not to argue with Estelle while you're in this house. Even I wouldn't stand a chance if I made her mad enough. Thank you, Peter. I try my best. Yeah, I can see that. By the way, aren't you forgetting something? Huh? Your name. You know, that thing people call you. I told you mine already. So do you think it would be unfair and impolite not to tell me yours? It seems like the logical thing to do if you ask me. Hey, what's up, Eagle? Trying to hide it now would only serve to your detriment. Fine. My name is... Woo! Opening time! God, this game is old and I love it. I'm just here for the stories and the side quests. Oh, it's not that bad. My boy! I'm quiet. I'll fix that in a moment. Wait, so I'm only quiet for Eagle. Eagle, that's your fault. Probably. Maybe. Ah, the Bracer Guild badge. Chloe! When you say quiet, do you mean like compared to the music or just in general? It is the queen, my Buddhas. Ah, the professor. Ugh, it's so bright in here. I slept like a rock. That must mean it's Dad's turn to cook this morning. I wonder if that means Joshua's still in bed. Ah, guess that's a no. Well, I guess I better get myself ready then too. Oh. Yeah, the phone is usually a little bit behind. Nice, Joshua. Bravo. Good morning, Estelle. I hope I didn't wake you. Nah, I was already up when I heard you start to play. I can't believe how weak you are, though. Even the roosters still have bags under their eyes. Not that I mind. But with that siren song of yours gently lulling this beautiful woman from her slumber. What do you mean, woman? We're the same age, and I'm hardly a man. Tisk, tisk, tisk. How wrong you are, Joshua. We may be the same age, but I am clearly the woman of the house. And that makes you something like my loyal father. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah. How fortunate for you. You could at least try to sound a tiny bit sincere. It really is a nice tune, though. Cheerful, yet somehow wistful. I like your other songs too, of course, but this one's my favorite. What's it called again? The Whereabouts of Light. That's right, The Whereabouts of Light. I wish I could play the harmonica like you, Joshua. Sadly, it's a lot harder than it looks. Compared to what it takes to use a staff, I think the harmonica is much easier. It's really just a matter of concentration. You're probably right. I guess the problem is just that if I don't do something that uses my whole body, I start to feel drowsy. Yo. Huh? Okay, playing the harmonica is fine. I'll probably get exercise too. Alright, now let me... Uh-oh. I did an oopsie. That was my B. Unfortunately, I don't think I can skip this cutscene either. That was my fault, and I'm not sorry, but I am sorry. I just wanted to turn down the music a little bit. I'm not voicing this entire cutscene again, though. Don't worry, it'll be quick. See? Very quick. Without me being a voice. I still love how she tries to say illegitimate. I can barely fucking say it. Oh well, at least we're gonna get to see them bounce. Boom. 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 See? Very quick. Then I just had to get to where we were before. I'm not that much of a failure. I'm just mostly a failure. You can't skip the opening? Bong, bong. I've made mistakes, everyone. I should have just waited until I could save. I just wanted to turn down the music for Eagle. But I also can't help but love this. Okay, yeah, there's no way to skip the first opening. I got sent back to Brazil. You're going to the Shadow Realm, Jimbo. Also, water good. Lemonade good too. I mean, yeah. It's basically water anyway, so I can agree with that. It's just water with lemon. A lot of lemon juice. That's a dragonfly. Spicy water? No. Isn't that what carbonated water is supposed to be? Spicy water? The wrong kind of water. As we all know, the right kind is the only kind. Spring water. Also, Eagle, is it good now? The volume for you? Sure. Does that mean it is or it's not? Okay, okay. Excellent. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Now we're gonna be back at it again, and I won't tab out to change the volume. Do I start from the beginning or do I just go to where we were? I'll wait on both of your answers. The blue staff. Do I start from here or do I go to where we were? Get your butt up, Estelle. Out you go. Uh, yeah, it's cause you're on your phone. The big sad. Oh well. I'm gonna be going to where I am. Oh. Rip. Are you be getting any money for it? Alright. Oh, okay, 20k. Hey, good. The Whereabouts of Light. That's right, The Whereabouts of Light. I wish I could play the mark like you, Joshua. Sadly, it's a lot harder than it looks. Compared to what it takes to use a staff, I think harmonica is much easier. It's really just a matter of concentration. You're probably right. I guess my problem is just that if I don't do something that uses my whole body, I start to feel drowsy. Okay, playing the harmonica is fine and all, but how about getting some exercise too? All your hobbies are sitting around kind of stuff like reading and music. No girls seem to be pressured just that. Well, excuse me for being so unpopular with the ladies. Although, I feel like I should be the one lecturing you about your hobbies. I mean, what kind of boy wants a girl who loves fishing, collecting bugs, and has a fetish for sports shoes? Let's not talk about hobbies for now. And for your information, I graduated from bug collecting a long time ago. Really? I'll believe that when I stop finding beetles in the hallway. Hey, Estelle, Joshua. Morning, Dad. Good morning, Dad. Is breakfast ready? It's ready and waiting. Why don't both of you hurry on down before it gets cold? Okay, I'm on my way. Thanks for the grub, Dad. Boy, am I stuffed. Are you eating or inhaling, Estelle? Like people say, kids who eat and sleep a lot grow a lot. Well, make sure you get enough to eat, but don't forget to pour that energy to your work too. That reminds me, you two are finishing your training at the guild today, aren't you? That's right. It'll be a review of everything we've learned up to this point. And once we're finished, we'll be bracers just like you, Dad. That means I'm not going to let you train like a kid anymore either. You still lack understanding, Estelle. You can only become a junior bracer in the beginning, or in other words, a trainee. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you should work extra hard on your training to become a full-fledged bracer. Well, I'm not afraid of a little hard work. Just you watch and see what I'm capable of, Dad. I'll be so successful that it won't be long before I pass you too. That's the spirit. Let's see what you're made of then, shall we? Let's not start a rivalry here, you two. And Estelle, keep your focus on the task at hand. We have a test later on today, remember? Huh? Wait, what test? Please tell me you didn't forget about the test, Estelle. You know, the one that checks whether or not we've mastered the skills we've been learning and training. Don't you remember Shara saying that if we failed, we'd be stuck with a ton of extra homework? Crap! Totally forgot. Now that you mention it, I guess I kind of remember her saying something like that. Don't sweat it. I'm sure we'll manage somehow or other. I honestly don't know how you survived this long, Estelle. Your brain is like a sieve. Papa is sad. How can a child of mine end up with such a careless, over-optimistic personality? Ha! You're the one that raised me, so I definitely got it from you. I swear, the two of you act so much alike. But whatever. We should probably head over to the guild soon, Estelle. Cher's going to be waiting there for us. Sounds like a plan. You know how crazy scared she gets when someone keeps her waiting. Oh, before I forget, it's my turn to cook dinner tonight. Is there anything in particular you like to eat, Dad? Any requests? Something I like to eat, huh? How about Rouen-style scallop fish in a balsamic vinegar sauce? What's that? I think that's a little more than Estelle's cooking skills can handle. Or our stomachs. You're right. I just want to see what kind of reaction I can get. I'll just have the usual fried fish and omelet. No need for anything fancy, but do try to make something edible. How rude! But I can't say he's actually wrong. Actually, I do have one favor to ask before you head out. I'd like you to pick me up a copy of the Liberal News from the General Goods Store. We're supposed to be getting the latest edition in today. Got it. One copy of the Liberal News from the General Goods Store. Receive 500 Mira! If there's any money left over, you can have it as your allowance. However, that means no wasteful spending. Alright, thanks, Dad. Okay, we're heading out now. See you later, Dad. Work hard and give Sherazade my regards. Off we go into the world. Yay! Whee! Off we go. Bum, 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 dun, dun, dun. Which means let's put on our good shit. We are speed. Bum, bum, bum. Let's go. North, Roland, 49 Selge. South, Garoon Gate, 259 Selge. We're going north, boys. Bum bum ba na na na. The city of Roland. That man is walking into boxes. Do not question it. It looks like we made good time. Not too early or too late either. We just barely graduated from Sunday school. I never dreamed to study so hard to become bracers. Well, you're in luck. Today's the last day of training. Truth be told, though, you're the one who decided to be a bracer in the first place, so I don't know why you expect to get away with any less effort. Oh, yeah. I guess I did. Alright then. Let's get to it and make it through this last hazing from Shara. You look great to me. Let's get me a share of the Bracer Guild over there then. And you can move the camera, which is great. Ah, there you two are. Good morning, Estelle. Good morning, Joshua. Morning, Aina. Good morning. Is Shara here already? Yes, she's waiting for you upstairs. Once you finish today's training, you'll finally be recognized as members of the Bracer Guild. Good luck to the both of you. Thanks! We'll do our best. I will access that board soon. The Star and the Hangman, the Hermit and the Magician, and last of all, the Inversion through the Wheel of Fortune. This is a difficult combination. How should I interpret this? Good morning, Shara! Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua, this is a rare occasion for the both of you to show up so early. Since it's my last day of training, I figured, why not? I'm ready to get this show on the road and become a bracer myself. I'll give you credit for your enthusiasm, but I'm going to work you hard today in every way I can think of to make sure that high-spirited attitude of yours holds up. I hope you're ready. I can feel that enthusiasm dropping already. Quiet, you. Every time I teach you something, you somehow manage to forget it. This training is my way of trying to keep some of that information in your head instead of letting it dribble out of your ears like it usually does. Wah, Joshua! Shara's picking on me. Don't worry, Shara. While Estelle may hate studying and rarely ever does her homework, acts rashly, is overly naive, and has a tendency to stick her nose into everything, her instincts are sharp. So I'm sure she'll pick up on how to use an ornament with some practice. Eventually. Probably. I guess there's not much I can do now except hope for the best. Hold on a sec, Joshua. Somehow, I get the feeling that you weren't standing up for me. Well, that's odd. I'm positive I described all your best traits accurately. Whatever. By the way, Shara, what were you trying to predict with your tarot cards? Your face was really intent. Oh, this. I was just trying to get a vague reading about what might happen in the near future. Unfortunately, I don't seem to have been in the right mindset to interpret the cards correctly. You couldn't read the cards? Now that's surprising to hear. Actually, the more profound the meaning of the cards, the more difficult they become to interpret. But that's not important now. I think it's time you start your final training. I'll give you a brief rundown of all the information we've covered in your previous training. This is a minimal level of knowledge that bracers should have in order to function effectively. And Estelle, make sure you pay close attention to what I'm going to say. Yeah. Ornaments are mechanical devices which operate by using what is known as orbital energy. A variety of effects can be produced depending on their structure and the type of quartz or processed septium installed. Although it's only been about 50 years since their invention, these devices play an integral role in all facets of life, from lights, heaters, and other everyday products to weapons, magic, and even airships. In connection, this technological reform is commonly known as the Orbital Revolution. Bracers are investigative and combat specialists who work to protect civilians and maintain the stability of their respective regions. They aid the community in various ways, such as exterminating monsters, preventing crime, finding lost items, and escorting people and goods. The Bracer Guild, which has established branches across the continent, manages the affairs of the Bracer in each region. The Kingdom of the Burl in which we live sits on the western half of the Zemirian continent, and abounds with nature and deep-rooted traditions. The Burl is proud to be one of the leading producers in septium on the continent, and is known for its high level of technology used to develop ornaments. Ornament technology has also been a key pillar of support from the Burl in protecting its independence as it is contended with neighboring nations. 10 years ago, when the Burl was invaded by the Erebonian Empire, it was the use of orbital-powered airships that saved the kingdom from defeat. Consequently, even now, our relationship with the Empire is somewhat sensitive. But, thanks to the Queen's political finesse, the Burl enjoys peace. That's all. Let's see. Since we got a mountain of stuff to do today, I'll let you off the hook this time with a condensed review. I'm going to speed things up now and move on to the more practical portion of your training. Shara, how is today's practical training any different from the training we've done before? Since it's practical, that means you will be experiencing things firsthand. Therefore, I'm going to have the both of you run through everything as if this were a real bracer job. So what you're saying is, there won't be any studying at a desk involved? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. This time you have to go out and make a physical effort to accomplish your task. I'll make sure you you work up a sweat, so I hope you're ready. Yes! That's seriously just what the doctor ordered. I didn't know what I was going to do if I had to sit another day with my tush parked at a desk. I guess I got all worried for nothing. Well, suddenly you're all bright and cheerful, Estelle. Let's just hope the smile on your face lasts until the end of today's training. Okay, let's get cracking on your first objective, shall we? Let's have at it! Your first objective will be to confirm the details of the job you will be performing. But before that, there is something that we need to give to both of you. Ina, are they ready? Yes, they are. Alright, you two. Go get one for each of yourselves. Ina! These are very important, so make sure not to lose them. Bracer notebook! Bracer notebooks serve as the official way to record the status of your current jobs. Also, anything you may hear or anything that you may find and where. These kinds of trivial things can often become clues. No matter how insignificant something may seem, always write it down. Understood? Crap. This time it's going to be a pain. Oh? Please tell me is my ears playing tricks on me, because I swear I only got one response. I'm sure they were two. Keeping an accurate account of events is an important duty for all bracers. So get with the program and stop trying to make this out to be more than it really is, Estelle. Okay, I got it. Make sure you do. Alright then, let's begin. Look over by the door. You can see that there's a bulletin board standing there. First, I want you to go and check the job description posted there. Mine. Training. Retrieval. Term. Long. Very good. It looks like you were able to see what was posted without any trouble. Checking the bulletin board is one of those basic functions a bracer performs on their job. Checking regularly to see whether or not there are any urgent tasks which need immediate attention is also an important duty for bracers. Man, all this talk about duty is starting to cramp my style. Sure, there are rules to follow, but there's an equal level of responsibility in the jobs themselves. I think being a bracer calls for much more than just someone with a half-hearted attitude. I guess you're right. I'll just have to be more motivated. Is that so? Had a change of heart, have you? You betcha! Well, before all the motivation sneaks off somewhere, let's get to work on your next task. What will we be doing this time? We're heading across the street to Mr. Mel's Opal Factory. He has graciously taken time out of his work schedule to explain things, so make sure to be on your best behavior. Okay. Here's where you will learn how to use an Orbital Factory's services. At an Orbital Factory, you can modify your orbits and synthesize support quartz in order to use Orbital arts. Arts have a wide range of effects and, if mastered, can be extremely helpful. The bracer business is a pretty risky occupation, so the guild has a long-standing relationship with these Orbital Factories. Anyway, this is about as much as I can explain. I'll leave the technical details to the expert. So, Mr. Melders, if you wouldn't mind taking over from here.
No problem. Leave everything to me. So, what is it that you'd like to know about? Orbits are mechanical devices which exhibit an array of effects through the installation of various types of quartz. By definition, that means that lights, airship engines, and so on are also types of orbits. However, the ones we'll be discussing today are battle orbits, which enhance the user's physical abilities and make it possible to use magic. Since each orbit is adjusted to match the owner's personal aptitude, the structures for these devices can also differ for each owner. Simply put, the shape of the fixed elemental slots and lines which cut them vary. At any rate, that's a lame man's explanation. In order to install quartz, you must first have an open slot. By default, the central slot is open, but the other slots must be open at an Orbital Factory like this. It'll take a fair amount of sifting too. EP, which is needed for magic, will also see a max increase according to the number of open slots. I recommend opening them all as soon as possible. So, what does he know about? Alright, sure thing, Eagle. I don't think I can do that voice again. I know all this already. If there's nothing else then, let's have you both try and use the services here. For that, we're going to need some sepith. With that amount, you should be able to synthesize a few quartz. In your case, Estelle, any elemental quartz is okay, but for you, Joshua, it has to be a time elemental quartz. Normally at a shop, you'd be able to exchange sepith for Mira, but for this training, you'll be not able to use this service. Hey, nerd. Right, I forgot how fucking good Joshua is. Tira, good. He hurts a lot. Ooh. I could slap that on, just to avoid all the silly little enemies. Yeah, Joshua just has naturally high ATS. Alright. Perfect. This concludes your training here at the Opal Factory. Now it's time to move on to what you've both been waiting for, the qualification tests. Pardon? Did you say test? You can't honestly tell me that you forgot about the test again, can you? Didn't I remind you just this morning? Now that you mention it, I vaguely remember some sort of talk along those lines at the breakfast table. Sometimes I fear for the future of the Bracer Guild and humanity. Oh well, no sense of worrying over about that now. Let's head over to the testing area. You mean like now? I don't know if I'm ready for. How about Lily's yapping and Lemur walking? Joshua, help me. Mr. Meldos, Freddy, thank you for all your help. Don't mention it. And go look at that test of yours. We'll be rooting for you. I'm going to remember that you left me high and dry like this, Joshua! All your training is finally coming down to this. Your qualifications will begin here. I expect to see you both use what you've learned up to this point. Understood. What's wrong, Estelle? Shara? What now? I was kind of wondering, but is there not going to be a paper test or something? Did Cassie's drop it on your head as a child or something? You just read what it said in the bulletin board not that long ago, right? Yeah? And it even made you jot down what you read in your bracer notebooks. Unless you forgot that too. I am pretty sure the job listing mentioned searching for and retrieving an item from the sewers. Ringing any bells yet? What a relief! Oh, divine Aeneas, I give thanks to thee for thy infinite grace in bestowing upon us such wonderful gifts as sewers. So, what you're really saying is that you thought it was a paper test? No wonder you were acting all crazy back to the Oval Factory. Ah, I can already feel the nostalgia. All those horrible days stuck in a classroom are starting to feel like grand memories indeed. I'm really starting to wonder if we'll even be able to graduate at all. What's wrong with you? Why do you have to go and say something like that when I'm trying to reminisce about positive things? Alright, that's enough jabbering, you two. This is supposed to be a test, so how about the both of you try to look at least a little anxious? Just so you know though, if you do happen to flunk the test, you don't even want to imagine the kind of homework I have in store for the both of you. We'll be fine. Just tell us what you want us to do and let loose. Well, if you're so confident then, how about proving that you're not just blowing out hot air with the results of your test? Anyway, it's posted on the bulletin board that this test will be a search conducted in Roland sewers. Your objective is to retrieve the contents of a chest, which has been placed somewhere within that area. The layout of the sewers is extremely simple, so you don't need to worry about getting lost either. However, there are real, living, breathing monsters down there, so if you get careless and let your guard down, you will be sorry. Also, let me give you this before I forget. What's this book for? It's called a Monster Guide, and it's used to record information about monsters and the other opponents you meet. Whenever you figure out an enemy's attributes, you should make an immediate note of it there. Sounds pretty straightforward to me. He who controls the flow of information controls the tide of battle, right? That's exactly what I'm saying. You've really got a good head on your shoulders, Joshua. That's some pretty useful advice. Thanks for the tip, Shara. We'll put it to good use. Alrighty then, let's get pumped and knock out this test. Let's. Don't forget though, this is an exam. Whee! Yay, recovery point. Monsters at 12 o'clock. Be careful not to let them take advantage of your blind side. Got it. Yeah.
Let's move out.
Fight me. Here comes some more. Depending on the enemy, some physical attacks may be ineffective. Let's use arts, not physical attacks. Okay. Ah. Deleted.
We're good to go.
Yeah.
We're good to go.
Rip. Arriving, Mom! In case you somehow die here. Oh, what a surprise! Another creepy thing. I wish there's an easier way to take care of them. One blow using an S-craft or S-spec should track just about any enemy. The catches, or since he has at least 100 to pull off any one of those moves. Just built it up for you. Can't make me do it, game. My chest. So that's the treasure chest you're after, huh? You've made it this far, the rest is gonna be a piece of cake. Seems like we got a little breathing room at least. Let's pay close attention to our battle order this time. There should be a number of ways to get mileage out of our actions.
You're finished.
Delete everything.
Let's move out.
That's weird. There's a couple of boxes inside the treasure chest. The fact that there's not just one, but two is kind of interesting too. Wonder what's inside. Remember, Estelle, mission is a search and retrieve only. I'm pretty sure looking inside those boxes doesn't fall under our mission objective. You're no fun at all, Joshua. There's nothing to do with our mission. It's what I like to call good, honest curiosity. You know, we're the only ones down here. We can get away with teens we think, right? If you feel like flunking today's test, by all means, be my guest. Did you say the F word? Yep. Opening one of those boxes could result in an automatic fail for the both of us. If it's a real job, contents of those boxes will belong to the client. And as long as there's nothing illegal, we have nowhere to open them. I know you're right, Joshua, but I just can't help myself. If you absolutely have to know what's inside, why not ask Miss Sharon when we go back? But for now, we need to focus on getting out of here. Alright, alright. Whee! Good work, you two. As a rule of training, I'm gonna need to confirm the items in your possession.
Hand it over, a small box. ×2!
Yep, they're the real deal, alright. I don't see any evidence of tampering either. That was a close one. I figured she'd try and set us up like that. Congratulations to both of you. You've successfully passed your qualification test. You didn't really think that something like that would be a problem for us, did you? So, Shara, what's in this box that you had us get? That's for me to know and you to find out after your training is finished. That's enough chit chat for now. So let's get back to work. You two still have some things left to do. Seriously? But didn't you just say that we passed the test? You still have to learn about how to report the results of your work. I'm aware that you're both tired, but since there's no time to shirk your duties, let's get back to the guild. When is this day gonna be over? Oh well, no sense giving up the finish line in sight. Agreed. It seems like we're within reaching distance of our goal. Your final training is how to report to the guild. Whenever you finish your job, it's your duty to report the results of your work to the guild. Reporting how you resolved the situation and the steps you took to get there are all part of your job as a bracer. You report your results to the front desk in each guild branch, as you already know by now. And that is in charge here at the Roland branch. In addition, this is where you will be paid for your work. I look forward to seeing great things from the both of you. Now that we're here, why don't you both go ahead and report the results of today's training? Yay! Good job, you two. Seems like you were able to complete your objectives without running into any major problems. Whew! Another thing to take note of is that depending on how you handle a job, you may see an increase or decrease in the amount of pay you receive. When you report the results of your work to the guild, pay in the form of mirror isn't the only thing you will receive. You will also accumulate points which are known as BP, Bracer points. BP are an indication of your achievements to Bracer. When these points exceed a certain value, you will advance in rank as a Bracer and be awarded with a special piece of equipment by the guild. The ranks of a junior Bracer start at 9 and go all the way up to 1. Please set your sights on making first rank and work hard. The amount of mirror and BP you receive will also be recorded in your Bracer notebooks, so please have a look sometime later on. All that's to do now is finalize your training. Let's head back upstairs, shall we? I'll talk to you later, Ina. And start by putting more work on your plate today than usual. But don't worry about it. Training your bracers is important for the future of the guild. I fully intend to work these two to the bone in any case. To the bone? And knowing Shara, it'll involve the whip. Let me say it again. Good work, you two. You have now officially completed the entire training course. From now on, you'll be learning from your real-world experience. Well done. Aren't those boxes the ones? In answer to your question, yes, these are the boxes you retrieved during your today's test. You seem awfully curious to find out what's inside, Estelle. Are you saying that it's okay if we open them? That's right. Well, the both of you have a look and see what's inside. Sweet! Alright, let's have a look.
Estelle and Joshua, open the boxes.
Junior Bracer Emblem! This crest is... So does this mean that we're... Ahem! Estelle Bright, Joshua Bright. Beginning this day at 1500 hours, you are both hereby appointed as junior bracers within the Bracer Guild. From here on, you will work as members of the Bracer Guild to support the livelihood of those around you, defend peace, and uphold justice. Congratulations, you two, and welcome to the fold. Did you hear that, Joshua? We've become members of the Bracer Guild! So I'm a bracer now, huh? I think the realization is only just now beginning to sink in. Come on, Joshua. You should be jumping for joy or running around and screaming at the top of your lungs like this. Look at us now, world! We did it! I was happy until you made my eardrums bleed. I hate to interrupt the celebration, Estelle, but I need to take off now. I have some back to work that needs my immediate attention. We understand. You were spending a lot of extra hours working with us during this busy time for the guild. Before you head, Cheryl, I just want to say thanks. Likewise. I appreciate all the trouble you've gone through for us, Shara. Don't mention it. Training your recruits is one that embraces many duties. Believe it or not, I was once in your shoes a long time ago when your father, Cassius, trained me. So that's why you have so much respect for my dad, huh? There's actually much more to it than that, but I'll save that conversation for another day. As for both of you, work hard and become full-fledged bracers early on so you can help guide these new recruits. And in time, I hope to see you both become respectable bracers like your father. Anyway, I'll leave you with that thought. I just don't get it. Get what? This is Sherazard, aka the Silver Streak, one of the most skilled young bracers we're talking about. So why is she holds dad in such high esteem? You just think nothing more than a no-good middle-aged man is always out doing who knows what instead of being a father. A no-good middle-aged man, huh? From your viewpoint, it doesn't come with surprise that you would see him in that fashion. Huh? Never mind. Let's hurry and head home. You should let Dad know that we qualify as junior bracers. Right.
Hey, Daddy.
Hurry up and come on! Wait for me, Luke! Huh? Oh, it's you two. Oh, great. It's Estelle. Hi there, Joshua. Okay, little twerp. Up to the oh great, it's Estelle remark. Oh, what's a big hurry? Hell, what tell us where you're headed? You're not thinking of wandering out of town alone, are you? The roads are full of monsters, you know. Just a pest, Estelle. Don't you know there's no room for girls to be taking their fat noses in boys' business? Quit acting like you're a bracer, you wanna be. Tisk tisk, how wrong you are, Luke. How incredibly wrong. You're more wrong than a fool that there's better tasting milk from the burrow than the milk that comes from the Percival farm. What? No way! You're full of it, Estelle. In fact, as of just a few minutes ago, we qualified to become real bracers. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Real bracers! More like bracers in training, really. Don't think you should be getting on your high horse just yet, Estelle. Now, a high pony, on the other hand. Quit being a killjoy! Wow, you two are great. I'm so happy for the both of you. Oh, Pat, you're such a good little boy. Only that smarter-lick and cynical brat you call a friend. This isn't fair. I was supposed to become a bracer first. I can accept that Joshua became a bracer before me, but getting past my legs was still. Hey, what's the likes of Estelle supposed to mean? Just so you know, you can't even be a bracer until you're 16 years old. Get it? Only mature people allowed. And that means no little kids who are still going to Sunday school. I don't know how I should put this, Estelle, but Sunday school is dying to have you back. You better watch out, Estelle. I'm gonna go train at my secret base and you know it. And before you know it, I'm gonna be a bridge too. Come on, Pat, let's go. Alright, I'm coming. See you later, Estelle. Bye, Joshua. That boy Luke. He's always trying to pick a fight with me. I wonder if he just plain hates me or something. Rather, I think it's the exact opposite. What do you mean by that? Don't worry about it. It's just a boy thing. At any rate, we think Luke meant when he said secret base. I don't know why, but somehow it makes me curious. I know exactly what you mean. A secret base sounds really intriguing. The pure heart of a young child can be so inspiring at times. That's not really what I meant by curious. Now wait, Estelle, aren't you forgetting something? That asked us to pick up a copy of the Liberal News for him at the General Goods Store, right? Oh, right. Completely slipped my mind. Arms and guards. General Goods. Hello there, Estelle. Hello there, Estelle, Joshua. What are you in the market for today? A new pair of shoes? Now that you mention it, are there new ones in stock? You know, like the newest Dragas? Unbelievable. You've all actually already forgotten why we came here to begin with. We're not here to shop. We're just supposed to be buying a copy of the Liberal News for Dad, right? Of course. You've always been a big collector of those shoes, haven't you, Estelle? I'm afraid the new Dragas aren't out yet. I do, however, have some copies of the Liberal News, if that's what you're after. Alright, I'll take one copy then. Now it comes to 100 mirror, please. I know my dad always buys a copy of this magazine, but does it really sell that well? It sure does. The Liberal News has an excellent reporter and camerawoman who've done a great job reporting the latest and most reliable news. They're supposed to have a running story related to Queen Lucia's birthday celebration. But enough about that. Why don't you tell me about how you did today? Did you make any best braces? Today was your last day of training, wasn't it? Yep, everything went smoothly too. But how do you know about all that, Mr. Renan? In a certain sense, both you and Joshua are like celebrities here at Roland. I tend to hear a lot from customers coming through here. I shouldn't have expected anything less from Roland. The grapevine around here is seriously something to be reckoned with. No kidding. The women here especially love the gossip. One more thing before you go. This gift is my way of saying congratulations. It's a free sample item I received with my shipment of goods, but don't hold the free part against me. What's this supposed to be for? There's tons of blank pages. It's a recipe book, isn't it? You got it. You get her fighting. If you just limit yourself to healing bottles all the time, it's going to cut pretty deep into your wallets. This is where the recipe book comes into play. If you eat food to recover your strength instead, it's basically free. Assume you have all the ingredients anyway, so you can easily write down what's in it, and you'll have lots of recipes in no time. Well, I have made a personal rule never to turn down sweets. Rum, 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 rum. Rum, rum. Learn the maple cookie recipe. Basically, all you have to do is eat the food to learn the recipe. It's as simple as that. As you travel about, you should eat whatever food you come across that you haven't had an opportunity to try before. Well, that sounds pretty convenient. It's not like I don't like cooking at all. It's just that I never seem to get any better. I should love to be able to increase my repertoire and really shock my dad's taste buds for once in my life. That's the spirit. And in passing, if you're in need of any ingredients, I'll be delighted to service your cooking needs. You really know how to solicit your customers, Mr. Renan. Thank you for the recipe book. We'll put to good use. Eating a recommended dish at restaurants or using to-go meals adds the recipe to the recipe book. Okay, moving on. Estelle, Joshua, am I glad I found you two? Oh, hi, Ina. Is something wrong? It's been quite a hurry. We got a bit of a problem. Is your father home today? Yes, he is. He said something about having to go sort out a bunch of documents. But what's going on? You know Luke and Pat, right? Sure we do. In fact, we saw them not long ago. What's wrong? Are they in some sort of trouble? I don't know how to say this, but I just heard from Uni that Luke and Pat ran up to the tower. Ah, fuck. Unfortunately, at the moment, Sheriff's out on the bracelet business, so I wanted to ask your father to bring the boys home safely. What are you talking about? There's no time for that. Josh will go out there and bring them back. I don't know if it's such a good idea. Do only qualify to be junior bracelets today. With all due respect, I believe that Estelle's judgment is correct in this situation. In 2 minutes hurry, we may be able to catch up the boys before they reach the tower. I understand. I will take responsibility for whatever happens. As a merchant request from the British Guild, I ask that you lose no time bringing them back to safe return of those children. Roger that. Understood. This is our first real job. Come on, Joshua. We don't have any time to lose. I'm right behind you. Not what I meant to do. Whee! We're zooming, boys! Oh my god, I completely forgot. Not a thing remains in this chest except a lonely, dead spider. I forgot about the chest messages. Oh my god, they're so good! We're going the wrong way, boys. Oh shit. Hey, no living. Damn it. Delete. That's help. Whack. Whack. The chest is now full of disappointment. I will be right back. I will only leave you with this chest, as a reminder you of your disappointment in me for having to go away for a moment.
Alright. I am done being a disappointment because I'm back now. Whew! You son of a gun.
Let's move out.
Excellent. Whee! Okay. Damn it.
Let's move out.
Whack.
Let's move out.
Alright, to the tower we go! Is this the wrong way or the right way? It's a dead cat's way.
Josh, you missed.
Disappointment. You're a disappointment. Hey, get back here, you little shits. I will break you with my spork. What are we gonna do? Somebody help! I mean, it's Estelle. Oh no! Estelle! You idiot! You monsters go somewhere else. No! Shoo! Leave us alone! Chew on this! Estelle? What are you doing here? Get back, you two! These monsters aren't playing around! Joshua, you're here too! Estelle, quit trying to be a glory hog by diving all by yourself. Lecture me later. Right now we need to take care of these things. I will delete them. Okay. Estelle, go whack that one.
Let's move out.
And it's as easy as that. There was something easy about the mess you got us into. What were you thinking rushing in like that if I was assessing the situation first? Oh, don't get your boxes in a bunch. Everything worked out just fine. Is it safe now? Oh man, that was awesome! Bounce, bounce, bounce. You really showed them, Estelle. Not bad for a girl. You little twerp! Ow, that hurts. What are you trying to do to me? What's wrong with you? You even dragged poor Pat all the way up here against his will. It's time to think about what you did today. Ow, you're hurting me. Stop it. I said stop it, you violent she-devil. So this is the next I get for saving your neck, huh? Looks like it's time to give you some of my special discipline. Ow, 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 ow. Alright, Estelle, I'm sorry. Everything was my fault. Estelle? Shouldn't we forgive each other like they teach us at school? This brat doesn't need forgiveness, but a little discipline should do the trick. Estelle, behind you! It's something with teeth, isn't it? Nice monster? I'm not gonna make it in time. Huh? Dad, you came! You still lack skill and understanding, Estelle. You must always prepare for unseen danger by sharpening your senses. That's part of what it means to be a bracer. Dad? What are you doing here? I just happened to be in town, heard the whole story from Aina. I'll give you points for your quick thinking and taking action to come after the children, but you failed to follow through completely. I really messed up, didn't I? It's a good thing you shut up when you did. I'm sorry, I should have been watching her back. This just means that you have room for improvement. Constantly working to overcome your weak spots is the key. Understood. So, how about we head home, everyone? Can you boys walk? I think so. That was incredible, Mr. Bright. You were like a gazillion times more awesome than Estelle. Of course I was. I'm her father. Alright, everyone. Let's file on out of here. I'm with you, Mr. Bright. Who's the glory hog now? I mean, I guess I should be thankful that Dad saved my behind. Why is he going to take all the credit like that? It really chaps my hide! That's just the way he is. After all, he is Cassie's Bright. Seems like you've had quite a day. That is just unbelievable. The second we get back there, Wally says,
I'll leave the reporting to you.
and takes off for home. The sheer nerve, I tell you. There's no need to make a mountain out of a molehill over it. At least the boys came back safe and sound. Anyway, I think that's all there is to report. You did well for your first assignment. And the details of your report alone, I believe I can commend you both for a job well done. You should be proud of yourselves. You really think so? I know so. In fact, you'll do even better on your next job. If anything else comes up, I would appreciate your help again. Sure. How about we head home too? I guess we better. I've still got dinner to prepare. Would you mind holding on a second? A letter arrived for your father just a little while ago. Unfortunately, since he went straight home, I never got a chance to give it to him. Do you think you could deliver it instead?
Received the letter of the Cassius.
I wonder if it's more work-related stuff. I imagine so. The letter appears to be from one of our foreign branches. One of the guild's foreign branches. As I'm sure you already know by now, Liberal isn't the only country where the Bracer Guild exists. On top of that, your father is widely known all across the American continent. So we can expect these kinds of letters from time to time. If you two would be so kind as to make sure he gets his letter, I would really appreciate it. Wee woo. We're going home now. Hey, Joshua? Do you think I'm really cut out to be a bracer? Well, you seem to have your father's skill with staff, and your nosy personality doesn't let you ignore someone's distress. Really? You think so? Sure. Why are you asking? Are you still thinking about what happened back at the tower? Yeah. Because of my carelessness, look, almost got caught in the middle of a dangerous situation. If Dad hadn't come when he did, he could have been seriously injured. I guess I'm just worried about whether or not I'll be able to stay on top of things in the future. That kind of talk just doesn't sound like the Estelle I know. Huh? If we fail today, then all that's left to do is take back our losses tomorrow, right? Overthinking and worry about things that haven't happened yet is definitely not like you. Is being a bracer what you've always dreamed of? How can you expect to succeed if you let something what happened today discourage you? Joshua, you're right. This isn't like me at all. I don't think a serious expression really suits your face either. You laughing like a big ditz is far more natural for you. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You're gonna see my angry expression if you keep that up. Okay, I admit that last comment was punching things a bit. I'll overlook it this time, and thanks for cheering me up. I don't know about you, but I'm so ready to get home and eat. Like someone just started growling like a bear. Maybe glutton is closer to the mark than ditz. It's too good. Whee! We're zooming, boys. We're home. Hey, Dad. Where's Dad? Dad. We're home, Dad. We finished reporting to the guild like you told us to.
Good work, kids.
Details of your report will be reviewed at each branch and will affect your pay and rank advancement in the future. Please make sure that you always remember to do it. Don't worry, we will. And before I forget, I got that copy of the World News you wanted. There's a letter for you at the guild, too.
A letter, huh?
Well, I'm gonna clean up and start dinner. Oh, and Dad, thanks for coming you did today. You really helped me out back there.
I see you being rather gracious today. Papa is happy! How delightful that my daughters finally understand what a great man her father truly is. There's no need to hold back, Estelle. Come and jump into your father's loving arms.
In your dreams! I swear, the men in this house have one thing in common. They never know when to shut up. I guess she's not the person I thought she'd be.
Should I be thanking you, Joshua?
I didn't do much. I just gave her a push in the right direction. Estelle's a resilient girl to begin with.
Yes, she is. But she still has a long way to go. She'll run into more than just a few stumbling blocks in this line of work. And overcoming those obstacles will teach her to stand on her own 2 feet.
There's that soft side of yours talking again. Oh no! Are eggs supposed to explode like that? I guess I should have gone expecting to make a perfect meal in a single try. No, wait! Cooking is supposed to be about passion! Exploding eggs are more passionate, right? Now! What's more?
That thought of mine can sometimes be a little too passionate. I think I'll go help with dinner. We don't want the curtains to catch fire again. But at this rate, there's no telling when we can expect to have a bite of food ready on the table. Alright then. Let's see what this letter is all about, shall we? Cassius cuts the letter seal. A message from the Erebonian Empire. What?
And that's how it be.
Wow, this is a surprise.
This is what I call Estelle's explosion over rice. Be sure to savor every last morsel. I will. Your cooking this evening is excellent. My compliments to the chef. Hehe, this is raw talent at its best. Today's has been a busy day, but great day nonetheless. We qualified as junior bracers, had our first real assignment, and I didn't even use my eyebrows making dinner this time. Not to mention the food being delicious. For our first attempt, this dish is actually quite edible. At first I thought I might have to pitch it out the window when you weren't looking, but it seems that technique won't be necessary tonight. Sometimes you're just so despicably rude, Dad. Don't you know how to be humble and just say something tastes nice?
Alright then, how about this? Boy, I never thought I'd be able to eat something wonderful like this before I had to leave on business. You made a splendid meal, Estelle.
Thanks, Dad. Wait, business? Are you really leaving again?
Yes. Something unexpected came up. This time, I'm going to be away for a while.
Hold on a minute. You're really leaving? When?
Tomorrow morning.
What? I don't care what kind of job you're doing. That's just too soon.
It's about that letter, isn't it? Was there some sort of incident? Oh, it's something like that. Just a simple investigation. I'll have to visit a number of places, so it'll take me a solid month before I'm through. That being the case, please take good care of the house while I'm away.
What do you mean, that being the case? You always use some vague excuse like that and take off for who knows how long. We have to accept it, Estelle. Embrace your job to help those who come to us for help. I know. What are you going to do about all your jobs here at the Roland branch? You already accepted a few of them, haven't you?
Oh, only about 5 or 6. So I was thinking, and how about both of you handle them for me instead?
What? Are you really asking to do the work that you're supposed to be doing?
That I am. I'll have you do the ones which I think you can accomplish, and I'll ask Sherazade to handle the difficult ones. So, what do you say?
Sure, of course we will. You're okay doing these too, right, Joshua?
Yeah, no problem. Looks like a good way to get some experience as a bracer. Then it's settled. I'll stop by the guild let Ida know what to change the plan before I leave.
Alright. I'm starting to feel more determined than ever. We'll have to bust our tails with these jobs so we don't tarnish your name while you're gone.
Oh, Estelle, my beloved daughter. Papa is so proud. Oh, my dear Lena, who art in heaven, can you see your daughter now? Little Estelle has grown up to be such a lovely young woman.
Face it, Dad, you're getting old. If people lose their trust in you at this age, you might as well just throw in the towel forever. I'm only helping you out because I'm your daughter, and I have a duty to pay you back for the last 16 years.
I'm only 45! And what's more, I'm very likely the most active member in the entire guild.
Not bad for a pair of comedians. By the way, Dad, which flight will we be on tomorrow? The one headed for Grancel or the one headed for Bose?
I'll be on the one headed for Grancel. My flight departs at 10 o'clock in the morning.
That means I'll have to get up a little earlier tomorrow. I better set my alarm clock just in case. Sleepy noises, sleepy noises.
Dad? Are you still awake, Joshua? You better hold off on the liquor or I'll still get mad again. This is just my way of letting my spirits while I travel. How about yourself? Would you like to join me for a drink?
I'll pass. Actually, what I should be saying here is, don't offer alcohol to minors. I'm not like Cheryl who would jump on any chance to enjoy a drink or 10.
That's because she holds her liquor much better than I do.
There's something really serious happening, isn't there?
There's no conclusive evidence, but there appears to be some sort of movement within the Empire. The Erebonian Empire? That sounds pretty suspicious. This movement doesn't appear to be overt, but that's what has me worried. I intend to do a little probing at the Erebonian Embassy to see what turns up. Understood. I'll make sure to look after Estelle while you're gone. Don't you spoil that girl, you hear me? Now that she's become a bracer, she needs to learn to look after herself. Estelle will be fine. She's got good instincts, and despite being a bit rough around the edges, she has talent with that staff as well. There's no doubt in my mind that she'll be a first-class bracer someday. Yet, at present, she's like a babe in arms and knows nothing about the realities of the world around her. At some point in time, she'll have to choose which path to follow in life. And, Joshua, the same thing can be said for you, too. It's already been 5 years since being a part of this family, hasn't it? How time does fly. Yes. It sure does seem that way. About what you said back then, are you sure you won't reconsider taking those words back? For me, keeping my word is what defines who I am. If I can't do something as simple as that, I don't know how I could live for myself. I know this may sound stubborn, but I can't take back what I said. I'm sorry. There's no need to apologize. But I'd like you to remember this. No matter what path you choose, in life, you can't erase these past 5 years. Estelle and I will always be your family, no matter what may befall you. Thanks, Dad. Got some heavy shit going. Prologue: A Father's Love, A New Beginning. The Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky. And that's the prologue right there. Well, looks like it's time for me to board my flight. Estelle, don't do anything I wouldn't do myself, and try not to be a hamper with Joshua either. For the umpteenth time, I heard you already. How about you try to go overboard yourself with your own work? You're not getting any younger, you know. Say what you will, but I'm not about to overtake my youngsters. Charizard, I'm really sorry about placing all this work on your shoulders at the last minute. Please, don't be. I am slightly concerned, however, about whether or not I can do a decent job in your place. There's no need to be a humble silver streak. I don't mean to make your life any more difficult, but please keep an eye on these two. You just leave that to me. Is tightening up the reins and not spoiling these two fine with you? You definitely understand the way I think. What's this all about? Well, it seems to me a mutual understanding between master and pupil. The Grand Steel-bound airliner, Linde, will be departing shortly. All passengers, please board the airship now. And don't mind the food. We've heard all the jokes before. Uh-oh. I better take my seat. Bye, Cassius. You mad lad. Have a great trip, Dad. We'll take care of everything while you're gone. I'm not sure wherever you'll be going, but don't forget to bring back a souvenir. A little fancy something would be nice. Hey now, this trip's for business, not pleasure. If I have any money left over, I'll certainly think about it though. I'll wait you two, be good while I'm gone. It's zooming! He's gone. Again. Yeah. Come on, you two. There's no need to look so down. You'll probably be back in no time. I don't know what kind of investigation he's been asked to do this time, but when it comes to your father, we'll have it done before you know it. I'm not sad he's gone. He's always been away more than he's been at home. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, I'm going to get to work on those jobs your father left for me. But if you're in any trouble, give me a holler. Will do. But first, I'd like to try and finish a few jobs with Joshua. I want to see if we're capable of doing his junior bracers. Alright, if you insist. I imagine that with Joshua tagging along, there's probably not much to be worried about. Good luck, you two. Thanks! We'll do our best. So, what do you want to do now, Estelle? Shall we go stop by the guild? Yeah, we should probably go talk to Ina and find out what jobs are waiting for us. Let's go! You are now leaving Roland Airport. Tick-tock, motherfucker. Let's spin this camera around. Luke's been like that since this morning. Boys are so simple-minded. What? Oh. I am Cassie's Bright! Turn and fight, you cowardly monsters! Okay, I see what you mean now, Uni. You're the smart one. Wait a minute, I have to know what Pat's saying. Luke, let up a little! Feels like all I can do is run away. Okay, yep, that's about what I figured. Ina! Oh, good morning, Estelle and Joshua. Has your father already left? Yup, just barely. That's why we came here to find out about the jobs he left for us. Sure. There are a total of 3 jobs I have lined up for you. For the first one, I'd like you to head out to the farm west of here. The farm west of here? Is that where Tio lives? Tio? I seem to have heard that name somewhere before. Tio Purzel. She was one of our classmates at Sunday school. She's also the Purzel farm owner's daughter. Oh, really? It's actually the Purzel farm that put in a request to have someone exterminate some monsters. Are they really having problems like that? Fortunately, nobody's been hurt, but the owner and his family are upset over their fields being destroyed by creatures. Therefore, they could receive an extermination request. I never would expect something like that to happen. Okay, we'll head out there, right now. Here, take this with you.
Guild referral.
This document certifies that you were dispatched by the guild. Please give it to the owner of the farm. We already know Tio's father pretty well, so I don't think this is necessary, but we'll take it just in case. Find the shiny rock. Okay, so they're both long term, so you have time to do them. Wait, so where's Charles at? Client Charles. Yeah, that's the Opal factory. Are you Charles? This is really weird. Where could I have gone? Oh, excuse me, but can I ask you something? You didn't see a shiny rock around here anywhere, did you? Huh? A shiny rock? Yeah, that's right, one that sparkles. You didn't see a rock like that lying around anywhere, did you? Are you saying you lost something? I don't recall seeing anything like that. Do you know where you might have dropped it? My mom was calling for me, so I ran over to the General Goods store where she was. I know I had it in my hand at the time, but when I came back here, it was gone. When you say General Goods store, you mean Mr. Renown's store, right? Did you look in front of his store? Obviously, it's the first place I looked. You don't even treat me like a kid, you know. Aren't you a charmer? Well, I already asked the Racer Guild to help find it, so I'm sure it'll show up sooner or later. If you happen to come across it, give me a holler straight away. I'll probably be around. So we have to find this little shit's rock. Whoops, did not mean to go outside. And the General Goods store is right here. Ha ha ha! Huh? What's the matter? I wonder what this is. There's something shiny down there through the sewer grate. You're right. It looks like something must have fallen through. The sewers? Don't tell me we've got the sewers already. You know that smelly monster is a place we were in not that long ago? Oh right, those sewers! We went during practical training, right? Entrance should be just behind the chapel. If you're so interested in what's down there, how about we check it out a little later? Sure, let's do that. I'm gonna check it out now. There's nothing you can do to stop me, Joshua. See? Told ya. Whack!
Let's move out!
Out of my way. I'm here for the story and the quest. Hey.
Oh, that's a lot of them. Oh, I can't kill all three. Oh well. Out of my way, nerds. Found quartz fragment. I see now. Thing we saw shine through the sewer grate was this. Seems like it. A quartz fragment, huh? Now we know why it was shining so much. The way it sparkled was so beautiful. This is made of something too, right? Well, loosely speaking, yes. But let's talk about it later. This isn't really a place to have a leisurely chat. I guess you're right. No normal person would have stayed here any longer than you had to. Indeed. Wait! I can check the chest messages now. Whack. Whack. Pop.
Let's move out.
Out of my way, nerd. I want to check the messages. By looking inside this chest again, you flunk! Just kidding. No! Whack! Yeah! Never mind. Oh. Hey, that worked out better than I thought it would. The chest is empty. Because of you. Nice work, hero. I love these chest messages. They're so good. Whee! Alright, let's go find the kid. I think in my first playthrough I actually missed that quest. This quest. Hey! Is that rock? Could it be that this is the rock you've been looking for? Yep, this is the run. The run? The one. My shiny rock. Why is it all dirty like this? Hey, don't you have something else to say before you complain? You guys are bracers, right? I've already paid your money to the guild. Therefore, I think I have the right to complain. That's not the problem here! Calm down, Estelle. He's just a kid. I know that, but... This quartz what you're looking for, right? Yeah, that's the one. This rock is really quartz? Made the same kind of quartz that's in an ornament? Yep, it's the same kind of quartz made of sepith. It's shit, so it doesn't function anymore. I see. So this rock belonged to an ornament. Eh? What's wrong? Seem a bit out of it. Who? Me? Oh, it's nothing. I'm glad you found it. I guess that's about it then. Oh, that reminds me. I almost forgot. Here, take these. Drill meatballs? My mom gives these to me and tells me they're healthy, but they're kind of bitter, so I can't stand them. Anyway, I appreciate what you did for me today. Seriously, what a cheeky little kid. I'm sure it's a difficult age for him, but I wonder why he was searching for that quartz. What do you mean? Now that you mention it, it does seem a little strange. But, oh well. Everyone has something they think is important. True words can be spoken. Perhaps the kid has an interest in ornaments. I, for one, don't see what's so interesting about those overly complex gadgets. My brain goes numb just thinking about them. Except for the fact you'll have to get used to them sooner or later. You won't be able to fulfill your job as a bracer if you can't use one. Alright, I'll try and learn. Mission complete! Unfortunately, I'm still recovering from a bit of sickness. Am I going the right way? I am not going the right way at all. We're zooming. I went at the wrong gate. Here we go. Now... You're not the monster. Well, this is the main road. Oh god! Cat! Flying cat monster! I don't know. Die! I should put on that cloak thing, really.
Let's move out.
To avoid these unnecessary encounters. Haha! Oh god! Nice monsters?
get deleted. Nani? Oh, they just ran into that.
Let's move out.
I appreciate that, though. You open the empty chest and stare inside. The chest stares back, accusingly. It's like you took my shit. No! You're so aggressive. Go away.
All right, we're good to go.
You think they wouldn't bother a New Game Plus person, but no, they're just like, hey, your butt's nice. Oh god. Save the stupid cats. Flying cat bird things.
All right, we're good to go.
I'm just trying to do the story and showcase it to everyone to know how amazing it is. And the side quests as well. The chest is empty. Surprised? Yes. Why is it empty? Ah! The chest is empty. Shocked? Maybe. Can't prove it though. Oh, we're at Personal Farm. No! Rude! Oh god. Joshua, stop letting me down. You know what? Screw you. You know what? Ah! No more fighting. Oh. Ha ha ha! I found you! Whack! Woo! Both side quests are donezo. Fuck! How went that completely the wrong way? It's so easy to get lost. No chest? Oh, I want more chest messages. They're fun. So, this way. I probably should have guessed that about a dirt road. Purzel Farm. It remembers everything. Purzel Farm remembers. No matter when we come here, this place is always so tranquil. It's hard to imagine monsters running amok here. I certainly don't sense anything out of the ordinary either. Anyways, let's go ask someone here to fill us in on the details. I wonder if Tio is home today. Hey guys, it's Joshua! You gonna play with me? I wish I had the time, but I'm afraid today I'm here for work. Work? That's no fun if we can't play. Maybe there's time. The kids here really like you, Joshua. Oh! Joshua, Estelle. Hi, Cher. How have you been? Do you know where your mom and dad are? They're not home right now. Tia's outside if I want to talk to her, though. Tio! Hi, Tio. It's been a while, hasn't it? Estelle? And Joshua, too. Did the guys come for a visit? Not exactly. We heard embrace your business. We heard that you've been having some trouble with monsters. Estelle and Joshua explain that they are here to do their father's work, because he is away. You finished all your training? That's wonderful news. Maybe we can help after all. So there really are monsters giving you trouble, huh? Regrettably. That's been the case for the past several days now. Thanks to which, I'm suffering from a lack of sleep. Which means, monsters only come out at night. You're very perceptive, Joshua. It'd be better if you got all the deals from my father, though. I imagine he should be back from delivering the milk and vegetables any time now. And guess she's all wait in the house. Wrong room. Wrong room. They have a lot of frickin' beds. Oh, here we go. Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Brazil. How's everyone getting on these days? Well, if it's in Estelle and Joshua. Well, what brings you to our neck of the woods? Did you come to see Teo? We were actually chatting right outside. To tell you the truth, we're here on the errand day from the Bracer Guild. Estelle hands Mr. Pazel the guild referral, and Joshua explains that they are taking over from the father while he's away. Is that so? But don't you think this job is a little dangerous for you for just the two of you to handle? I agree. I feel terrible for you to get hurt. Don't sweat it. We're bracers after all, and taking care of monsters is right up our alley. The guild has even authorized us to carry on this task. If you wouldn't mind leaving it to us, we'd be more than grateful. Well, alright then. Go ahead and have at it. Thank you very much, Mr. Purcell. Then could you tell us a little more about the monsters that have been wrecking your fields? I haven't been able to get a clear look at one yet, but it seems to resemble something like a chubby cat. As far as I can tell, 3 or 4 appear at night and raid our fields, not gonna even get the grubby little paws on. They don't seem threatening exactly, but they're extremely nimble. We tried many times capturing them over the course of the last several nights with no avail. Sounds like a pretty strange bunch of creatures if you ask me. Since they only appear under the cover at night, we'll have to wait for it to get dark. Then how about taking a load off until then? I assume you'll also be joining us for dinner, right? You said the magic word. You bet I will. I'm a huge fan of your cooking, Mrs. Purcell. I can't wait. You sure know how to please them when we spend a lot of time toiling in the kitchen. And for that, I'll give you something special that'll live to your expectations.
What?
Oh, that was delicious! Your mom's cooking is as good as ever, Tio. That's because she gets excited to cook when we have guests over for meals. I feel really bad for Joshua, though. With the little one jumping all over him like that. That's probably a good thing. Surprisingly enough, kids tend to latch on to him a hell of a lot. If anything, I'm more blown away by the fact that the children enjoy playing with such a stick in the mud. I think that's a bit of an over-exaggeration, don't you? He's definitely curious and maybe even a tad reserved, but if you get to know him, he's really a caring young man. In fact, he's not self-conscious about it too, because it points in my book. You really think so? With those striking facial features, mysterious amber eyes, and lush black hair, it's only natural that he'd be a target for all the young girls. Is Joshua really that popular? Are you blind, Estelle? Rumor has it that more than just a few girls have asked to go out with him. I hear they turned them all down, though. I had no idea. Joshua never said a word to me about it. I don't know how I should even begin to describe his secretive nature after hearing this, but how utterly cruel of him not to confide in me. If you were a boy, I imagine it'd be a different story, but as a girl, I don't think that's something he would talk to you about. And the fact you haven't fallen for him yourself is beyond me. Huh? Why would I? Estelle, you're in there, aren't you? It's about time to do our rounds. Alright, I'm coming. I'll be back at the judge trying to get the job done, Tio. I'd like to continue this conversation then, okay? Oh, alright. Be careful out there, Estelle. That girl. She's either completely out of touch with matters of the heart, or just plain dense. Poor Joshua. He really has his work cut out for him. It seems that the monsters always show up about this time. Better go outside and take a look around. What's going on, Estelle? I've got to ask, Joshua. You don't have to have any secrets not telling me about, do you? Come on now. Where are you coming up with this stuff? Since you came to live with us, we've always done everything together, right? Even though we had our fair share of fights, they're all good memories for me now, and what I mean to say is I couldn't think of you as family ever since the word. Estelle. So, if there's anything on your mind to talk about, I'm available to lend an ear. So, you know, about things like trouble with your love life and whatnot. What are you trying to say? Nothing. I just want to let you know that I'm here to listen if you need someone to talk to, that's all. Let's hurry up and get out there so we can kick some monster butt. What kind of nonsense is Tio putting into that girl's head? Secrets, huh? You have plenty of them. Wow, it's really dark out here in the countryside. So, Joshua, I think we should go making the rounds. Let's see. How about we start by checking around the house first and then go out to the field, stable, greenhouses. We should really cover the entire farm doing it this way. Alright. Let's go! Zooming. I should have figured monster would be probably coming in here. The glow of the ornaments are sure to give this place a romantic ambience. Makes me feel like it was all worthwhile just staying put in here. You are definitely a ditch cell. At least it's better than being a dense like someone I know. It's awfully quiet. All I hear are the bugs chirping. It doesn't look as if they've shown up yet. I wonder if they're aware of our presence. Hey, Joshua, did anyone ever tell you that story as a kid? You know, the one about babies being born in a cabbage patch? Now there's another question entirely out of the blue. And no, I was told about an angel with silver wings who delivers them. Interesting. Oh. Thank you, Rimu. How you doing? Thanks for the follow. Interesting. So the explanation for where babies come from differs depending on the region, huh? How about we get back to work? Okay. How you doing, Remo? You can spam the cows? Yeah! Oh my god, this is amazing! Okay, I'm done. No monsters here. Alright, let's get moving. Hello. That's good to hear. Have you ever played Trails in the Sky before? Or is this new for you? No. Psst! Look! Meow! It's getting away! Hey! Get back here, you little furball! Ah, thank you. I'm really happy with that, to be honest. Oh! A fellow VTuber. Oh, it's always good to see another person in the community. I see it! Come here, you little varmint! Oh, it worked. I got him! I think it's time to teach this little critter a lesson. Here's where our job really starts, so stay alert and don't let your guard down. Long boy. You fool! I'm just here for the story.
We're good to go.
Dirty carrot. What?
Meow. Meow.
My goodness. Oh, wait. Oh, that was France.
My goodness. The work of a bracer is something else. You kids have done a fine job of rounding up these critters.
It was nothing, really. I wanted to ask you, though. Now that they've been caught, what do you plan on doing with them? Now that we've given these critters a good thrashing, I don't think they'll cause any more trouble. Estelle, how's that going to benefit anyone if we show these creatures named Mercy now? We're here to do a job by exterminating the monsters, remember? But... In any case, we're here to do a job in Dad's place. If the same thing happens again, what do you have to say for yourself? I see what you're getting at, but... You know, it was only some vegetables that were damaged, so... Wait a minute, letting it slide this time. You know... After taking a beating like that, I'm sure they've learned their lesson. Tio, Mrs. Purcell. But in this case, I strongly suggest otherwise.
I myself am against killing them too. Whether it's us or them, the fact of the matter is, we're all living beings trying to survive on the same land. To some degree, I think we need to be mindful of those creatures living around us as we go about our daily lives. I know you may disagree with me, Joshua, But would you mind sparing these critters just this once? Understood. Since this is coming from the ones who suffered the actual loss, I won't object to your request. I'm really sorry about this, Joshua. I know I had you two come all the way up here. I'll make sure to reinforce the fence and devise a way to prevent this from happening again. Then that's that. Casual fan, all 9 games. Yeah, casual fan. You are immediately one of my favorite people now. Absolutely. I love the Tales of series as well. I streamed all Tales of Arise, but the Trail series is easily my favorite JRPG. I absolutely love it. I can't. I would say I have at least like 600 hours in the series as a whole. I mean, Cold Steel 3 has 150 hours alone. I may have done like 4 or 5 different playthroughs on that one. Alright, you critters, you better count your blessings. Whack! If we catch you around here again, you won't be so lucky. Now scram! Meow! We're zooming, boys! Well, out sure this matter's closed. That's been a long night, so I'll be head back to the house and hit the sack. The two of you are more than welcome to spend the night. Sounds good to me. Oh, Tales of Berseria is absolutely fantastic. Honestly, when I think of the best Tales of games, I think of Tales of Berseria, Tales of Arise now, and Tales of the Abyss. Tales of Berseria is fantastic in every sense of the fucking word. The combat is amazing, the story is amazing, the writing is so fucking good, the characters are fantastic. Velvet is, as you said, a god-tier protagonist. The only protagonist I can compare her to is Luke. Because Luke from Tales of the Abyss is amazing. I love Luke. He is absolutely phenomenal. I appreciate your hospitality. Nappy time. Man, I'm beat. It's really late, so how would we hit the sack? Joshua? What's wrong? I'm sorry. I made the situation really awkward for everyone. Huh? Are you talking about what happened back outside? Don't sweat it. I guarantee you, nobody thought anything of it. Really, your judgment was the most sound of anyone's. No, it wasn't. I'm just cold-hearted and indifferent is all. Yes, I played the entire Cold Steel. I'm waiting for Azure and fuck. I'm waiting for the English releases of Azure and the second Crossbell game, and then Reverie. I played Sky 1, 2, 3, and Cold Steel's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Sarah Valstein, the Purple Lightning, the youngest A-rank bracer of all time. I fucking love that alcoholic bitch. I'm kidding, she's not a bitch. I fucking love her. She is so fucking funny. Although I would never romance her. I love Sarah, but I can't romance her. No, not at all. I can tell. Clearly, your favorite is Sherazard. Even now, I still think we should have shown any mercy, so we put those creatures out of their misery. Unlike you and Tio, I don't feel any compassion. It's at times like this that I really begin to loathe myself. It's almost as if there's something wrong with me as a person. Maybe some part of my heart is broken or something. Oh, yes it is, Josh. I love you, Josh, but... Joshua! Don't you dare say things like that about yourself. Estelle? I've watched almost everything you've done for the past 5 years, and I'm confident that I know your strengths and weaknesses better than anyone else, probably even more than you yourself. I won't lie, you just disregard everything with a bunch of nonsense. I don't ever want to hear you say you're broken again. I'm sorry. It was foolish of me to say that. As long as you understand what I said, that's what really matters. But you know what? Believe it or not, I was happy to hear you admit how you felt. Why? I was actually about to say it's Estelle. I mean, I also love Estelle. She's fantastic. I like Rena a lot, but if I had to pick a protagonist, oh, not Estelle. Estelle's one of my favorites, definitely. I'll be really, really sad if it's actually Laura, but that's my guess for you. But that's only because I really don't like Laura at all. When it comes to Class 7, I prefer Emma and Fee. Okay, it's not. Okay, thank God. Not Laura. Are they from Cold Steel or the Sky series? Oh. Alright, I'm going for the meme answer. Is it Ina? Or Chloe? For a more serious answer? So Estelle's top 5. It's not the biggest alcoholic of all time, Ina. Well, I guess it comes down to if they're part of the main cast or a side character. Because if it's the main cast, then it's probably gonna be Sherazade. Oh. Prototype Sarah. Yeah, Shara really is Prototype Sarah. And side character. Is it Queen Alicia? Or is it Richard's crazy bitch, second in command? Actually, she's not that important, never mind. Richard's second in command's not important. She's sort of just crazy. Oh. Fuck! I think I know who it is. Crap, what's her name? Ruhr. The Ruhr Guild Branch lady. Crap. Oh, I can't remember her name. Oh, it's not her. I can't remember. Does she have blue hair? Your real problem, Joshua, is that you always try to keep your feelings locked up inside. Whenever you're troubled or worried, you just go around with this nonchalant look and try to fix everything by yourself. I don't know, you said you like Laura. I'm kidding. Fuck. Can't really think of that many female characters that are... Wait, is it the, Fuck, is it the mayor of the next town? Oh, Sky SC. Oh, is it Red? Yeah, Maybell. That's her name. I love Maybell. Yep, Red. Okay, the moment you said SC, I'm like, alright, there it is. I'm like, not main cast, but super important. Well, she was technically part of the main cast in the third game. But no, I get what you mean, Ren. Ren's, I love Ren. She's great. I can't wait to see her in Kuro. You just go around with this nonchalant look and try to fix everything by yourself. That's a little upsetting for someone who's supposed to be your family. Oh god, Star Wars 15. Shit gets fucking heavy in that game. It's heartbreaking at times. I've had to put that in the game before, cause I'm just like, holy shit. I just set my laptop to the side. Yep. Such a deadly combination. I love Ren. She's great. Estelle, Joshua, you were able to lay bare your own weaknesses today. You learned to trust in someone other than yourself, and for that, I'm happy. I don't know what your point is, but I'm amazed that you can just stand there and say something as embarrassing as that. Ha! I've got a whole lot more where that came from. But how would we call it a night? After all this endless running around, I'm ready to drop. Oh, I didn't even know there was a manga! Alright then. Have a good night, Estelle. And thanks. You're welcome, Joshua. Sleep tight. I mean, the Hummel incident is already incredibly fucked up. Everything about it is screwed up. And, I mean, Louis lost literally everything.
Thank you both. You did us all a great service. Once again, I apologize for things not turning out the way they should have.
Please don't worry about it anymore. We're able to learn a lot from this experience ourselves. If there's anything else we can help you with in the future, please let the Bracer Guild know.
That'll definitely be the first place we contact.
Come and visit again sometime when you're free, okay? We'd love to have you over for the night again. But thanks for convenient for you, I'll treat you to some of my best cooking next time you come. Thanks for the invitation to you and Mrs. Purcell. We'll definitely be back to take you up on that when our workload settles down. Yeah. The Sword Emperor / Blade Lord. He's great. Oh, damn. That is fucked. I mean, we know how they both joined it. Alright, back to roll it we go. I think it's this way. Alright, I was right. I didn't get lost. We're zooming now. Oh yeah, McBurn. I fucking love him. At first, I'm just like, oh, he's just strong guy with fire. He like fight. But after Cold Steel 4, I'm like, you know what, McBurn? You're a really cool fucking guy. I like you. A lot, actually. Yeah. Also, when I saw the Kuro opening, I'm just like, oh! McBurn's people? Good morning. How did the job at the farm go? We hit a few bumps in the road, but let me give you a brief report of the details.
Joshua gives Aina a rundown of last night's events at the farm.
I see. So you end up setting the monsters free because the Purcell or family requested you to do so. I think it was premature on their part, but I won't pursue the matter any further. Is it okay to leave things at that? The mission of a bracer is to protect civilians and uphold justice. However, there are many ways you can protect those around us, and there are as many forms of justice as there are stars in the heavens. The Radiant Drip Master. Yeah, fucking Victor coming in like a boss. I do plan on, after doing Sky 1 and 2, I'm skipping 3, we'll be going to Cold Steel 1, 2, 3, 4. I plan on doing the entire series before Reverie comes out. Yeah. Well, because they helped him out a lot. So he was like, you know what? You guys good. But I have some questions I need answered. Yeah. Well, actually, number 2. After, he lost his duel to, Aurelia. There we go. Took me a good moment to remember. It's been a while since I've actually played. Like, I beat Cold Steel 4 twice, and haven't played a Trails game since. But now I'm getting back into it now that I'm going to stream the entire series. And I will be streaming the Crossbow games when those come out. Hey. Thank you. Whoa. Hi, guys. Mushroom dance. Mushroom. Oh. Oh, I forgot about Kurt's dad. He is supposed to be one of the best. So yeah, that's pretty fair. Okay, we're gonna talk to you. Although I would definitely say Reen's in like at least top 5 now. Oh god, I just skipped that. I'll probably remember. I think I saw some of the combination. Oh, right. Yeah, Aaron just uses her fucking lance the entire time. Now you say that, that is very disappointing. I'm a little salty about that now. I didn't even realize that. Ha ha ha! Fucking Rufus. No, when that happened, my heart fucking broke for a moment. Yeah. Wop. You fools! I wanted this to happen! Yeah, no, all of Star Ritter, all of Zephyr, but nope. Huh? Doobly. Doobly is such a meme. I like her, but she just gets shit on so much. The poor girl can't catch a break. She just gets fucked with constantly. Oh god, Gilbert. I almost forgot about Gilbert. The thing is, I played the Cold Steel games before I played Trails in the Sky. So when people are shit-talking Gilbert, like the characters, I'm just like, who the fuck is this loser? Why is he such a massive bitch? And then I play the Sky games, I'm like, wait a minute, I recognize that blue hair. Oh god, what's your crackpot theory? Oh, let me in. Oh, I could have just gone to the bridge. God damn it. We're zooming. Ew. Hey, buddy, jump out, dude, broski. True. Yeah, we don't know who the fifth Anguis is. That would be a, well, third time's a charm. Nani?
We're good to go.
Yeah, no, that's definitely something Falcon would do. I just gotta say, if Gilbert is, I'm gonna be very disappointed. They weren't that challenging. They're just time-consuming. More than anything. That would be ridiculous. And the thing is, it would make no sense for his character. I would be so annoyed if they tried to pull off that kind of twist. Wait. You can just go around it. Yeah, I'd be like, what the fuck, Falcon? I'm like, that's stupid. This is the worst gate ever. Just go around it. Yeah, you never know. But they're not that bad. They're usually pretty good with those sort of twists. Oh, no, it absolutely is. They love doing that shit. Where someone important is something you already know. Haha, bird go wee. No, didn't want to do that. No, no, I did not think that at all, actually. Oh, hey, Josette. Yep. Fucking Josette. I hated Josette throughout the entire Sky series. But then I remembered when I played Cold Steel 4 and 3. I fucking loved her. I thought she was great. But then when I play this game, I hear Josette, I'm like, wait a minute. Wasn't that the hot girl with the long blue hair? Who's this bitch? Also, her thing for Joshua was just like, eh. You can't hate Ren. You can't. She's a fucking... she's a sweetheart. And she has so much to learn. It's not her fault. Orvid. Oh, fuck. Orvid, I hate this guy. This stupid jerk. You wanna keep talking shit, bud? Don't turn around. Don't. Oh yeah. It's a shit ton of trauma. And it's something that gets slowly explored throughout the game. Hell, even when Cold Steel 4 comes around, she's still dealing with shit. She's not just all better. Kevin. The trail's a protagonist who's not a real protagonist. Because he only gets one game and can't fish. At least that's the meme. Oh, he had a ton of loathing. I could tell there was something up with Kevin the moment I met him. And because I played Cold Steel 4, well, like, I played the entire Cold Steel series, the moment I saw Kevin and what he was doing, I'm like, oh, I know exactly what the fuck you are, buddy. Yeah, I know absolutely nothing about those games. See, what I'm hoping for is a playable McBurn! Yeah. I'm hoping for a playable McBurn one day. Can you imagine McBurn? Come on! He's fucking awesome! Yeah, Kuros and Calvard. You see, I did know there's no Estelle in Hachimari, or at least she's not one of the stories.
That's that. Let's move out.
Oh. Well, yeah, but I'm talking about like without mods. Fucking Rufus though. Rufus was I really like Rufus a lot. Cold Steel 4 is what made me like him, but also despise him at the same time. When it comes to Rufus, it's a love-hate relationship. I love him, but I also hate him. I mean, yeah, McBurn is ridiculously powerful. In more ways than one. Where am I going? Oh wait. Yeah, where am I going? I'm going to the airport. Yeah, no, modding communities are absolutely incredible. So you can have S, Z, and V, and G, or V, yeah, V, what the fuck, not G. Oh god, Vita. So speaking of powerful people, Vita Clotilde. Yeah. You know, stand a chance, C. Yeah, C, you're going down. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right, C. He is going down. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, you're good, Crow. What the fuck is going on? Wow. Yay, it's all done. Alright, we're zooming. Where am I going? Mayor's house is this way? Yeah. Oh, if I could replace Laura with Victor, that'd be awesome. I'm surprised they didn't replace Fee with Scarlet. That's a little strange, not gonna lie. Hi, Mayor Klaus. I hope I'm not disturbing you, sir. I've come on behalf of the Bridge Guild about a job you requested.
Yes, I heard from the guild that the two of you are coming. So, you're taking over for your father's work while he's away, have you?
Well, we're trying to, at least. I'm very sorry about my dad reneging on his promise like that.
There's no need for apologies. Knowing your father, it's typical for him to be swamped with work like this. Anyway, with Lita and my wife out and about, I'd like to move this conversation somewhere else. Why don't we head upstairs to my study and go over the details?
I would love a Sky remake. Just, oh. And please, for the love of God, keep the chest messages. I love that in Sky the Third, one of the chests is like, yeah, the Erebonian chests are super quiet. Oh yeah, no, Weitzman's fucking done. Kevin made sure of that. Marriage referral. No, that man is dead as hell. 110% dead. There is nothing anyone can do about it. He got turned into salt. Yo, when Kevin dropped the act, I was like, oh fuck. Kevin just went full badass. Ooh, iron. That'd be nice. I like iron. We're going to the right way. Zoom, 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 zoom. Oh? What did they confirm? Hey, buddy Chumbo. Yeah. Oh. kind of want to go. I kind of want to go play Sky the Third. Like I kind of want to go look at the prologue again just to see that. That's fucking wild. Yeah, knowing Vita, absolutely. Yeah, no, that's fucking wild though. I had no idea about that. Oh, I think I have to. Yep, there we go. Oh yes, yes. There's a reason why Emma calls her, older sister. But she is way older than, well, not way older, but she's a good deal older. She's been in Ouroboros since she was what, 17, 16? She left the village when she was 16. Nobody is quite as old as Rosalia though. Come on, that's not fair. She's very old. Okay, yeah, true. And the Grandmaster of Ouroboros. Yeah, no, we have no idea how old McBurn is or the Grandmaster. It's kind of wild. There's so much we need to like find out and learn. Also, I can't wait for Kuro. I love Fee so much. The fact that she's there. I'm like, what are you doing in Calvar? But I can't wait. Oh, now that's interesting. I mean, that would make sense. I mean, we know she's super powerful. It's gonna be a family battle. But that's also if they're actually related. Because we really don't know anything. Oh. That would be a really cool thing, actually. God damn it. But hey, that's just a theory. A trail theory. Thanks for reading. Now buy my merch. No. Psh, psh. Uh, oh man. But yeah, if you're around for other streams as well, like say if I'm playing Conan or something, you'll probably notice that all the music I play is Falcon music. one day, one day Falcon will start going into it. I don't know which Trails game will do it, but one of them will. We'll get details someday. I really want some deets. Give me them deets. The thick deets. Ow, that hurts my throat. So was doing that southern voice earlier. Like, I'm trying to give each character a sort of unique voice. I'll definitely be reusing plenty, though. But... Ow. Ooh. I mean, yo, 2038, please? Hey, hey, hey. It's a never-ending expanding world. Let's go full on One Piece up in this bitch. I can at least follow this one. Nah, nothing goes longer than fucking One Piece. I know, right? It's like, oh yeah, yeah, fight McBurn, badass fight. There's so many unanswered questions that we need. Or is it just like, are there multiple realities in general? Multiple universes? Alright, that's it. Multiverse tournament arc, let's go! Wait a minute. That sounds familiar. Clearly not from a certain series about Dragon's Balls. A Dragon's Balls? Yes. Good. Oh. That would be wild. Uh. Alright. I think it's about time for me to end the stream now. Yo, 40-year-old Estelle? S rank Bracer? Question mark? Maybe. I mean, that'd be pretty fucking wild. No, 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 no. That's a certain other protagonist job. Estelle can have the first part. I like Rita a lot. I'm not gonna lie. It is a really good sequence though. First playthrough it's a little stressful because it's like, oh shit, am I gonna be able to win this? But you just have to follow the sequence and try not to get your ass kicked too hard. I like him more than Lloyd, but I also haven't played the Crossbow games yet, so we'll find out when eventually the English releases come out. We'll figure it out. Hey, it's supposed to be fall of 2022, September 27th. Estelle's definitely the best for me, but then I'll probably go Reen, then Kevin, then Lloyd for my protag list. I just like Reen a lot. His character growth is great. Kevin only has the 1.5 game, but his growth is great as well. I like Kevin, but I don't know. There's so much about him that we still don't really know. I feel like we need more Kevin. Kevin's not a real protagonist. He's a game where he can fish. I would not want that for the sole reason of my wallet. I can't. I like having money, and if it's a series I actually love, like Trails of, Dear God, super rare, super rare swimsuit Sarah. Yeah. Dear God, no. I don't. We don't need this in our life. The amount of money that will be lost is a tragedy. I like having money sometimes, at least. All right, all right. It's. I'm gonna end the stream here. There's always there's always more talking to be had in the Discord if you feel like joining it. Until then, though, I am going to end it and get some dinner and drink more water. Stay hydrated. Always stay hydrated. Be a homie. All right. Until then, have a good night, people.